All right. So in this movie, Dolph Lundgren is Russian Jesus.
He's not even Russian though.
I know. I'm using the
How do you how
Russian
you how you
reference
know he's not Swedish?
from Rocky.
But how do you know he's not Swedish Jesus in this
In this
movie?
movie, I have no idea.
I mean, he may
I
have been like, huh, what am I gonna play in this movie? He's like, what would be Swedish Jesus?
I saw this back in 1995. I actually went to the theater to see this movie while I was still
And
in
did
high
you
school.
want your money back afterwards?
So
Or
these are
were you
different
entertained?
times.
Were you
I was
entertained?
because it's back in 1995 and I was like 15
Okay, were
or
you entertained
16.
this time?
I wish they would update it because this movie is set in 2021, which is 3 years ago from the time of this podcast. And I must say, it's only 80 gigs of data of 2021. Maybe at that time when
Yeah,
they made
yeah.
it,
Well,
they
I
didn't
wondered if you're
think
gonna
that.
touch that.
Of course,
Yeah,
I'm going
come
to
on.
touch it because like I the biggest hard drive I have in my house right now is a 12 terabyte.
Oh,
Okay,
I have a
and
terabyte. I don't know how many terabytes I have. I have a drive with some terabytes in it too. I think I got quite a few too. It's
80 gigs. I have this is 256.
oh yeah. Well, I was just say everything here has got more than 80
But
gigs.
like, let's just say, let's not compare the
That's like using
technology.
floppy disks. That's like using a
Yeah,
floppy disk.
but like, if we don't compare like the how accurate it is, right? It's still pretty entertaining because I like the idea
Eh,
of data breach.
oh, let me put it this way. I think the idea is good. The idea of the movie is good. A lot of the story, it's not that I didn't enjoy that movie that much, but I didn't hate it. But I mean, the stories, I think it's just too dated for me.
Oh, it's very dated. I think.
It's just too dated. And I know I just talking about what you see image wise. I think it's just the story itself. I mean, it's very predictable. I mean, even as soon as they go, oh, he was in the Navy, I didn't know it was going to be a dolphin. But as soon as they open the door and you see that dolphin down there, I'm like, yep, I already know who that is.
Uh,
It's and
so
plus, but I mean, it has a good idea. It's
no, the
just,
idea was good back at that time in the
and
90s.
I think the problem is with this movie though. For me, even for the way it's filmed and the way it looks, is like, oh, we have a good idea, but we just really don't have the money, and we most definitely can't do the special effects.
Yeah, it's the
Because come
special
on,
effects were
especially when they
really
show
dated.
helicopters flying, every time they show helicopters flying, it's like, and why did y'all have to? Y'all didn't have to do that. That
So
helicopter with that missile glued on the side of it, and it was so
I was
fake
thinking,
looking.
let's just say they remake the movie, right? They don't even have to say how much capacity they'll bring, like whatever
Oh yeah,
they
they
put
did.
in. They
Well,
didn't have to.
they did. They could change the story up quite a bit.
I
They'd
think
have
they
to do a
just
lot.
do that so that way to
So
urgency,
how
because
about
it's
this?
320 gigs.
Since you usually do all the research and reading, was this based on a book?
This is based on a short story.
Okay, it's based on a short story.
Yeah, I just read a short story. It's cyberpunk, and it just well, the short story was written back in 1981.
Okay,
But it's the same writer that wrote the screenplay for this movie. But
okay.
then the screenplay he could have started it back in the 80s, but then they you know how the movie business works. You and I know that. So, and I thought this
Yeah,
movie sets up Keanu Reeves to be the Neo character from The Matrix
you
a
think
little
this
bit.
did?
Maybe like whoever the director saw this and like, well, we could probably put
Yeah,
Keanu in another role that's probably better than this.
maybe. I don't know. This movie wasn't like this is not a movie I'd ever watch again. It was
I
boring.
agree with that. And that's
And
really
it's not a
funny.
movie I'd recommend.
For the last few weeks, right, we have been watching bad movies, and I didn't even think that this was a bad movie until we watched
Well,
it. Like,
I don't know. I say it's I mean it's kind of a I mean it's like all right, it had Keanu Reeves, Dolph Lundgren. Well, okay, it has Dolph Lundgren because he made Punisher and it's so bad. So bad. One of the worst movies I ever watched. It should have been the best movie I ever watched. And I don't know if it's really that bad. It's just that Punisher movie went on and on and on. I was like, please just
I haven't
end.
seen it in a long time.
I haven't either because I don't think I could stomach to watch it ever again.
Oh, I think I had the
I
DVDs. I don't
think
have my
I
DVDs on
think
this
I
side
think I
anymore.
ventured out to watch it. Well, I bought it. I bought it because I was like, oh,
It's
it's the
Punisher,
Punisher.
yeah.
You gotta buy it. And I thought, well, I gotta watch it since I bought it. And then I kind of watched it, and I thought, yeah, I really don't have to watch this. I just
I
need to show it on my
I
shelf.
don't think I seen that Dolph Lundgren Punisher since I was like 10. I
No,
know
I
me and my
saw.
sister rented it when we were still living in New
Oh
York, so
yeah,
and I
rented
can't
it at the
remember.
store. It's like,
See,
oh
I can't
god.
remember how good or bad it was because I was a little kid. We
Well,
might have to give that a rewatch if it's available somewhere. I'm
well, we
not
may.
paying for this.
I'll rewatch it for the show. But the thing
Yeah.
is, the thing is, you watch it, and it was supposed to have it had Luke Gossett Jr., which I don't know if you know
Yes.
him.
Yep.
But during
I do.
that time, but Iron Eagle.
Yeah,
There's
Iron
a
Eagle.
movie
Yep.
called Iron Eagle, and
I
he was in
know
it. I
the
was like,
actor. Yep.
oh, it's got Luke Gossett Jr. It's got to be really
Yeah, it's
good.
gotta be good.
And then I watched it. I was like, oh,
When was
God,
the last time you watched it?
man.
So it's been a while, right? I don't think I even saw it on
It's
DVD.
been a while. It's been. I got it on CD. I got it. A
Oh, you mean on
DVD. I got it on
DVD?
DVD. I don't know why I said CD. Which, by this way, this movie still uses VCRs in 90.
Well, did they show?
Remember?
In...
Yes. Remember? He says, "All right, everybody, get your VCRs ready to tape this." But anyways, but yeah, I saw. It's been, man, it's probably been 18 years
Wow.
since I saw it. And I don't want. I mean, it
Probably
was
longer for
horrible.
me.
But
You know what? I
it's
want to
got Dolph
say
Lundgren. But I
this
also want to
movie
point
it's
out.
probably been longer for me too. Like,
Probably yeah. I saw it when I was a kid, but then, like I said, I bought it again because you buy it in the bin at Walmart
yeah,
for
yeah,
like
yeah.
$5, and it's like, oh, it's a Punisher, and then eventually they did come out with a
I
better
wonder if you can
Punisher.
still find this movie on DVD anywhere. Like, did they ever? No, I know they
Did
released
you
some
own
on
this on?
Blu-ray.
You own this on DVD, right? Johnny Mnemonic.
I don't remember if
See,
I
okay,
did.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this is my first time seeing this movie, even though I think I may have saw it a long time ago, and it just sucked so bad I don't remember. Because I remember
accept
Dolph
that.
Lundgren being the Jesus, and
Oh,
I
I
remember.
don't remember Dolph Lundgren being in this movie.
Oh, you know? Oh, okay, I do. I didn't. The only character I don't remember, I didn't remember Ice-T,
Oh, I didn't remember Ice either.
and then Henry Rollins.
Oh, I remember Henry Rollins because
Oh, I didn't remember
Henry
Henry
Rollins is
Rollins.
a badass dude, and like I
Yeah, oh,
remember
he
watching
is.
him in interviews, right? And he only want to pick movies that he felt that he's suited for,
Yeah,
so that way he doesn't do, he doesn't want to mess up how he see his own self as an actor. So he was in this, he was in Bad Boys 2, and that's all I
oh,
remember Henry Rollins in.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I was a fan of his music, so
yeah, Henry Rollins is badass. I
yeah, I
remember
like
seeing him on
Henry Rollins.
MTV. Yeah, I thought it was really cool, but like his acting wasn't really that great in this movie.
Yeah, but it didn't matter because
But I think it was a director
I
though.
almost think the movie. Yeah, well, I'm gonna say it's directed, but I think it was the style because it was made
It's supposed
like
to
it
be
was a B.
cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Supposed
well,
to
it
be.
had cyberpunk features in it, but it was more like a B movie. It's like we're
I
gonna
know.
make this kind of outlandish in a way. It's like
Yeah.
the guy probably just got done watching 12 Monkeys. It's like, yeah, let's do this. Let's
Ooh,
do
I
it
can't
this
even
way.
remember if 12 Monkeys came before. 12 Monkeys
Oh,
way
I don't
better than
know.
this.
Oh, 12 Monkeys, I'm not saying, but it looks to me looks like this. I mean, this one was a little silly on a lot of stuff. And of course, they had the video phones. Every time they do the future, it's like everybody does the face to face calling,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
funny
I
because
think
we could do that. Even me and you could do that. We can get
we're
our
doing that right now.
iPhones. We can get our iPhones.
Oh,
Well,
even
yeah,
for
we're doing a
phones, yeah.
Zoom meeting right now for this. But I mean, usually when people call each other, they usually don't talk face to face. Matter of fact, most people just text nowadays.
They either text. I know my kids use the video feature really a
Do
lot.
they like to use the video feature
They
when they
use the
talk to each other?
video feature a lot, yeah.
So eventually, Star Trek could still happen.
Star Trek is happening.
Okay, because I was gonna say, because I mean, from what I'm seeing, if Star Trek ever comes around that time, we get that time period, there'd be Captain Picard to be like, could you text the Klingons and tell them I don't really want to talk to you.
Oh, let's see. This movie was.
It
It's
had Dina
bad.
Myers. You know who Dina Myers is,
She was
right?
in Starship Troopers.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Yeah, Starship Troopers.
that's the only two movie I know her in. This one, I forgot she was in this one. You know what?
Seemed like she was in a movie with dragons.
Everybody,
Too.
I forgot everybody in this movie except for Keanu Reeves.
Well, you know, you're okay because everybody that was in this movie forgot they were in it too.
Yeah, except for Keanu Reeves. Like, oh yeah, I was in this movie. You know,
Well,
what's really funny.
you know what? I hope Keanu Reeves still does this. I was in Matrix 4. They made a Matrix 4. I didn't know that.
You know, this movie, yeah, it's not the best, it's not the greatest, right? This movie was bad enough that makes me, I like, after this, I went and watched, I started to watch, what's that surfing movie? Point Break.
Oh, did you?
I never seen Point Break before, so I started watching
Oh,
it.
I've never seen
Just-
it either. I've
Just
seen
the
parts of it.
first
I've never seen that.
30 minutes that I had gotten to Point Break was way better than this whole
I think
entire
I think
21
if I wanted to redeem Ted, I would watch
Oh, yeah?
John Wick.
Oh yes. Oh, John Wick is so good. I haven't seen the fourth one. All
John
three
Wick
of
is
them,
good.
John Wick's so good.
Actually, Constantine would be
Oh,
good. I haven't seen
Constantine was
Constantine in a
good
long
too.
time.
It's 10 years
I say
after
I
this.
say Constantine is good. I mean,
I saw
when
that
I
in the
saw it at the
theater too.
theater, I
Oh,
thought it
I
was
saw that in the
good.
theater too. We
Yeah, I
didn't see
saw it at
that
the theater.
together,
When I
right?
saw it at the theater, it was good. And that was the only thing. No, we didn't see it together.
No, because we
I
I
don't.
haven't met you.
I didn't know you yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we didn't know what the future held. Yeah,
Yeah.
when John
But,
Wick came out.
so Keanu Reeves is like that's a scale, right? Like it goes up and down, like good movies,
Oh,
bad
he
movies.
does.
Like
I mean, he just does what he wants to. He's like, I'll do
you know what?
this.
We talked about that. So Keanu Reeves is an actor. He doesn't do it for the like
This
what
is
you
the
say about
act.
Leo, or like he does it just to act. Like
Yeah,
Christian Bale, they
and
are actors.
it may be his job too. He may go, hey, I need some money. I'm gonna go do this, or hey, I got nothing scheduled. I'll go do this. But this movie, I mean, if you read the script, I mean, I don't think the lines of this movie were that good. And like I said, the movie was real simply told.
Right?
Old
Yeah,
girl
yeah.
comes with you,
Yep.
guy falls in love, blah blah. It's a simple story. And the lines were kind of not, aren't all that great. But the thing is, the idea, if you're reading the script and you're thinking about it,
Oh,
I could see the draw to it.
see, me and Nick can't talk about this. Like I think I talked about this to you
Yeah,
before too. Like when you read a script, I think it depends on the readers, individuals like imagination of like
yeah.
how they bring
Well,
that to
it's
life.
like, let's put it this way: it's like, all right, you're sitting in go to the movies and you see a trailer
Yep.
the movie. You're just seeing cuts of a movie. But I don't know if you're like me. I almost had that movie built. I'm like, oh, depending
Oh,
by the shots they show me, I mean, because I mean, trailer does
I do
make,
too. Yeah.
and you got a movie, and you go, oh yeah, this movie's gonna be so good. I can see this movie. And then you go see that movie, and that trailer is nothing like that movie you just watched.
That is true.
Sometimes, and a lot of times it's like a letdown. A lot of time it's a big letdown for me. I'm like, I had a better movie built than what I just saw.
A lot of times it's like that. I can't remember some movies. Some movies I remember like, well, the trailer was a lot better than the movie. It feels like
Yeah,
it didn't
yeah,
piece together like the way that I imagined it.
yeah.
Because are we talking about the time before the internet where like you just only had trailers?
Oh,
You
yeah, I
couldn't
could
be
say that.
online and things like that.
Yeah, I could say that. Yeah. A
Like
lot's changed, huh? Now there's spoilers.
a lot has changed.
Matter of fact, with the internet, you can almost watch the movie before it even comes out in the theater. So that way, you can act like you loved it when you go up to the theater with your friends and go, "Oh yeah, it was so good. I saw it. I didn't want to know you. I tell you, I saw it a week before. I was going to tell you it sucked before we went."
But then, like for joining Mnemonic, right back then when this trailer came out, like it has that movie theater,
Yeah,
trailer guy voice, in
yeah,
the
oh yeah.
future.
In the future, yeah, it's always around. I think he's the guy who did the Scream movies too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think all the way to I
Probably, he
forgot when
probably
they
did
stopped
everything.
using that guy.
Yeah. Oh well, sometimes you
So
gotta stop.
let me tell you something. What I did like about this movie is the point they're trying to bring. At the same time, this movie seems like Elysium, but
Oh yeah,
Keanu Reeves
exactly.
didn't
Because
die at the end.
yeah, but
So
he
it's
could
kind
have.
of like Elysium is like a remake of this movie, but like different kind of
Yeah.
idea.
Okay, we can say that. So they remade the movie. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
even
Neil
way
Blomkamp
better.
just took his version and like maybe he saw this subconsciously, so he wrote the script for it, right? So I like that. It's the same kind of thing as
And it wasn't as
Elysium.
cheesy. This one was kind of
No,
cheesy,
yeah,
but this
because
was
it's in the
90s.
'90s.
This is very 90s. Almost everything from the 90s looked like this. Because matter of fact, the last movie we watched, it had a visual appeal like this movie. I mean,
Oh, the last one, the Battlefield Earth was way
you know
worse
what?
though.
Yeah, it was
The
worse.
virtual kill is way worse.
But look at the thing is the 90s had a certain style to it, a certain look to the special
This is
effects.
definitely '90s, yeah.
The definitely 90s. You look at this, you go, huh? Because I mean, Blade was made in the 90s. Some of the special effect moves look like this. And
Blade special effects was better
what
than
this
this.
also reminded me of?
What's that?
Escape, is it Escape from New York? Not the first one. What was that second one?
Oh,
Escape
Escape from
from
LA.
LA. It's reminded me of Escape from LA kind of too. Kind of had that look.
We haven't seen that for this show. I have not seen that movie at all.
Oh yeah, it's Escape
I
from
haven't seen
LA.
some from LA.
Oh, okay, we got to get to that
Yep.
because we did it from New York. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we did
seen
the New
Escape
York
from
one.
LA. I actually saw Escape from LA before I saw Escape from New
I think you
York.
told me that on that show when we were doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which did really make a difference.
There's some stuff like
But but in the 90s though, we had a lot of movies though that were the end of the world type movies because you had Waterworld, Postmaster, a lot of
um
movies where everybody lives in
Deep
trash.
Impact. Was Deep
Deep
Impact in the
Impact, 12,
'90s?
12 Monkeys, I
12
think it was, or it
Monkeys.
was on
Yeah,
the
End of
edge
the
of it.
World.
Yeah.
So
or
I
or just or just the future was, oh, we're falling apart, and oh, everything fell apart.
this one's kind of like that, like because of the NSA virus thing, right? That was
Yeah,
like
I thought that was
typo.
funny because he goes, "Where are you going?" "Oh, I'm going to Beijing." And then when it shows all those people sitting in the mask, I thought, "Hey,
Yeah.
look at that, COVID."
It was very close. No one
It's
talked about
very
this movie
close.
like being the prediction of like, hey, they did show this in Johnny Mnemonic, the pandemic, but I guess then they didn't show it.
And, of course, the movie starts. It's kind of like also reminds me of like some of the Judge Dredd stuff because,
Oh, it
and it's
did.
not just Judge Dredd, but you know how the movie starts. It's got to tell you. It's got to have this credit, the screen, the what do you call it? The story come up on the
Oh
screen.
yes, that
This
that
is
text. Yeah,
which also actually when I'm sitting there reminds me of Blade Runner too, because Blade Runner has the same thing
yeah,
too. I mean, Star Wars obviously does. Everybody knows that one. But Blade Runner tells you a little bit of the what happened. This is to catch you up. And I'm like, okay, just how about let's just jump in the story because I already know this movie's not going to be that great.
yeah. Oh well, the one thing I really like is the sacrifice, right? He's the farmer car, the whatever farmer calm. I can't remember the stupid company
Yeah,
name. It's not
but it was
important.
from
But I did like that aspect about like, hey, what I write down. Even true to this day, people are profiting more from curing this. I mean, treating the
just
disease than
treating
just
and then
curing it.
curing.
Yeah,
Yeah, nobody's cured
it's
anything in a long time.
well, Chris Rock made a point like on a joke like the last thing they cured was polio.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was about to say.
Was polio. That's it.
Yeah,
And then
they
like
never cured anything.
sometimes I do believe that like
Well, yeah, I think there was a lot of cures. There was, I mean, we get vaccinated today. The cures to keep you from getting stuff, but all of a sudden, nothing that you get vaccinated for now cures you from anything.
yeah,
Nothing new.
it's just greed, right?
It must be. Well, it makes you wonder.
Yeah. I did like who was that bad guy? Who was the person that assigned Keanu Reeves? I know that actor. He has
Which
those
one?
two female bodyguards. That older
Oh,
dude.
I can't remember who he is, but yeah,
But
he was a part. Man, he got sliced in half. That dude had a lightsaber type
yeah,
look.
lightsaber whip. Right, that was the coolest thing in this movie. That
Yeah, that was
weapon.
pretty cool. Yeah, that weapon that comes out of his fingernail.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I even put that lightsaber whip. I think it's ironic how his head got cut off. That bad guy.
Yeah. Oh, I love that part where he got his head cut off because he
That
just
was
flung
pretty
that
cool.
around.
And I did like the ending, where I thought Dolph Lundgren was waking up and they were just picking him up.
Oh yeah, that
That
was
was
actually
pretty
well,
good.
because the thing is because it's like you don't want to see no more fighting. After that, to that point, I was like, okay, I'm ready for the movie to be
But to
over.
be over,
And he
yeah.
starts getting up, and you're thinking,
Oh, and then I
like
just pick
all
him up.
movies, and then they're like, yeah, that's just trash, man. I like. I mean, I liked. I thought it was a good idea and stuff. I mean,
You
I
didn't?
think it, but I think it was made to be kind of cheesy in a way. I almost think they
You think
intentionally
so?
made the movie like that. Yeah, I think it was just they're going for like the kind of early sci-fi type looks and stuff.
I put right here a note, right? Lady must be mad. That must have been her lover. It was at the end with the, I guess, the military people, like the whatever the Japanese Yakuza thing. Remember one of the guys got shot, right? And she had a
Oh yeah,
bazooka.
oh
She was
yeah, that
mad,
was
like, what the
just
heck?
she just started shooting up the whole deal. And
I
then, of
thought
course
that
they
was like,
shoot
that
her
must
in
have
the
been her
mouth with
lover.
the arrow. Yeah, they shoot her right in the mouth with the arrow. Plus, they also, I mean, it's like the funny thing is the year 2021. Some of that stuff has come along, and some of that stuff just seems silly.
Yeah.
It's like they got some advanced technology mixed with a lot of old junk. And some of it they could have helped. Like when they watch anything, any videos on the television stuff, just the quality of it, it's like, yeah, that's 90s.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like anything we watch. Plus VCRs, I still can't get over that. Get your VCRs. I like it though. Here's the funny thing. Did you catch one of the lines? And I may have heard it wrong.
Okay.
He needs to get on the internet, which, well, I'm going to trash that too in a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyways, when he goes to get on the internet, they go to a computer store and they get all the stuff. He's naming
Yeah.
out stuff just to put this stuff, which kind of seems silly. Somebody naming it, get this quantum music. It sounded like he said a Thompson iPhone. Did you hear
I
that?
didn't catch that.
When he's one of the last parts he asked is for I may have said something else, but it sounded like he said Thompson iPhone.
Oh no, I didn't catch that. No, I
Yeah,
didn't
dude.
catch it. Maybe I was paying
I'm
attention. He
sure.
didn't say
It's there.
iPhone.
But anyways, then of course he gets on the internet. So all the internets are like, okay, we're gonna open a password. I do my hands, which is we do that stuff. There's things where it's hand controlled.
Yeah.
Never really caught on as much.
Well,
You
actually,
know,
I was gonna say the
I mean,
Oculus Quest. You know, my
yeah.
son let you play that. It looks like, well, obviously, a lot better than what he's looking at.
Oh yeah. Well, this is more Lawnmower Man. Did you ever see Lawnmower
I
Man?
have not.
See, the thing is, everybody wants this internet where you interact, where you have to go into a world. I mean, they tried it, you know. Even Meta, would it make Meta make a little internet world where you get
That's
into?
what I'm talking about. The Oculus. The Oculus
Oh,
is by
is that what
Meta.
it
Yeah,
is? Okay, so where you go and
the
I'm like,
VR. Yeah.
how about I just point click? It's easier.
I don't know. Ryan seems to enjoy the VR experience a
He
lot.
really likes to go in there and go.
Well, he's playing like a
I'm
shooting
Iron
game.
Man.
Like
Well, he's playing a game. They're not
yeah.
playing a game though. They're just using
I
the
think it
internet.
would be
They're
really
just trying to get a phone
boring
number.
though.
That was sure a lot of work just to get a phone number. I'm like, how about I just click on this and hit? Why don't I just type
That's
it into
super
Google?
dated too. That
Yeah,
internet.
why don't I just type it into Google?
I thought the rent from Keanu Reeves from this movie was pretty stupid. I want room service. I want $10,000 a night hooker.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I
what?
mean, I think it's just trying to show him he's just this. That's their
That's too
time
much
from their
for him.
time period. Yeah, that's just the simple. That's just the simple. He wants that simple life.
Let me ask you this. I actually put this question down. Would you give up certain parts of your memory to do something like this?
No.
No, right?
Yeah, it's a simple no. I wouldn't want to be a courier. I'm not
Yeah.
really all that interested in having my brain chip, like because was it Tesla? Well, Elon Musk has a company where they want to put a chip in your head so you
And
can do
then
the stuff. Of course, the chip on your head, you're supposed to look at the TV and to be able to turn it on and so forth. I'm not into modifications. I mean, I don't even have piercings or tattoos, so why in the hell would I want you to put anything else in me? No, I'm good.
hmm.
How about you?
It depends
See, I
on what
see
the
you.
way
Yeah, I
that
see
I
you
think
thinking.
about it. Like, so I would have a portable computer inside my brain that I could access all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I would like to try that.
Yeah. It's to make you faster in a machine. Okay. It's just so when the machines take over the world, you can fight them and be John Connor.
Or the Sam Worthington robot one, not exactly John Connor. Sometimes I wish, like, I wish I could just access the internet in my
Why
head.
didn't you just laugh and go, oh, you're funny,
Ha ha!
Shane?
You're funny, Shane.
No, it's not any good now. Yeah, Sam Worthington.
The
Sam
delay.
Worthington. What the hell? Sam Worthington. No,
Hey, that guy
John
is not even
Connor.
around anymore. He's been like in 4 movies, and that's really it.
It is. Did he? Oh, I kind of like. I like that
Oh,
actor.
I like the actor too. I think he's not
I
American,
guess.
right?
Oh, I thought he was.
I'm gonna look it up since we got
Sad
plenty
thing
of
is we
time.
don't even know his name.
It's Sam Worthington,
Oh yeah, we do know his name. Well, he did. You know why he hasn't done anything? Because he's probably trying to too busy
Australian.
making. Because he's making Avatar movies.
He's
You know how long it takes to make an Avatar movie? 10 years.
yeah, Sam Worthington. Let me take a look real quick.
Yeah, probably Avatar.
Uh,
He's probably still working on Avatar 3 to 7.
yeah, it's in Avatar 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's only
6.
all the way to 2031.
So see,
Is
that's why we
James
gonna just
Cameron shooting all of them at once?
we better. He won't live
Huh.
that long.
I still haven't seen the second Avatar movie.
I still haven't either, and I'm not really all that interested. I'm sure
I'm
it's good.
interested, but I just don't have time.
I'm not interested.
You know.
I mean, I'll probably watch it eventually.
Eventually, eventually. I know
I'll
that a
probably
lot of
get
people tell
around.
me it's good.
I'll probably get around to watching the second one when the fifth one comes out.
So that way I can watch all of them at once, like a series.
Oh, well, you can't. Remember how long did Avatar last? Like 5 hours?
You know what? I don't think. Well, the Batman was longer. Was it?
Yeah, it was. I'm being sarcastic.
Hold on. Let me see how the running time for Avatar.
Avatar seemed like forever.
Do
It
they
was like,
still put running time on these? You know what's
well,
really funny? I'm looking at
not
a
if it's
box
not if it's Jam Cameron's movie. They're probably like, yeah, you
when
should
I
already
could
know
just
his movie's going to take a day. I mean, come
look
on.
on the internet.
It's like if you watch Titanic. The movie of Titanic was longer than the ship trip. I mean,
Oh, 162 minutes. So it's not as long.
okay.
162 minutes, not as long as the
I mean,
Batman.
I liked Avatar. It sounds like I don't with the way I'm talking about it, but
Oh no, it's good. The Avatar is good.
it was a good movie. I mean,
Everything that James Cameron
the
made
only
has
thing
been
is,
great.
yeah, everything's James Cameron. I mean,
Oh, the other thing I forgot to point out when I was talking to you about Point Break, that was directed by Catherine Bigelow.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I like it. I like everything she does.
yeah. It's only done like a handful of stuff, but I still like everything she does so
Yeah,
far.
yeah. I guess when that's good because there's a lot of other directors that only do a handful of stuff, and you don't like any of their crap.
Yeah, Neil Blomkamp is not one of them. Neither is
No,
my
no,
favorite
he's did a
director,
hand.
David Fincher.
He's did a handful of stuff.
David
He's
Fincher's
good.
also did a handful of stuff. And so did Quentin Tarantino.
I don't know. Those guys, a lot of those guys that did at least 10 movies. That's pretty good.
Well, Tarantino only done 9 so far, even though people argue
Okay.
Kill Bill is 2 movies.
Well, I'm not arguing that. I'm not just saying. I'm just throwing out a
But you know what
number.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just throwing out a number. I would say more than five is more than a handful.
Oh, I was like, okay.
Yeah, if you did,
Handful, yeah.
yeah,
Handful, yeah.
four. I think four is on the low end. But I mean, not everybody can be Spielberg.
No, nothing like that. He hasn't done anything in a long time.
He hasn't either. Well, he's got other things. I mean, he's found a better way to make money. It's called producing,
Just producing, yeah.
enjoying life. Telling Tom Hanks, "Hey, how are you? Hey, could you want to produce this and you could do all the work."
Oh, let me see. I didn't read anything else interesting about this movie because like there was nothing else that came from this movie that made me interested. Like Battlefield Earth, like well, I gotta find out who made this movie, right? It's like not the Scientology thing, but then like I said last time, I'm glad that someone made another science fiction movie based from a book, but it wasn't very good.
Yeah,
This was better than Battlefield Earth. Johnny,
and
I,
this was a short
this
story,
is shorter, yeah, short story. I would have
which I've
watched
always
this
seen.
before Battlefield Earth.
Which I've always seen the plug jack. I've seen that's always been a cyberpunk thing, and I'm sure it came from the guy that made this movie because I have a book on science fiction. Of course, it shows cyberpunk. It shows the first thing it shows a picture of somebody plugging something into the
Hold on.
back
Speaking
head.
of something plugged in, I seem to remember Emilio Estevez was in a movie called like that.
What's it called? New Jack
Is
City?
it called New Jack or Free Jack?
Oh, maybe Free Jack.
You know what I'm talking
Is
about,
that
right?
it? I don't know. I want you to see because
Free
wasn't
Jack.
did it have Sting in it? Who was in that?
Free Jack. Let's see. I'm
Who
taking a
was it?
look right now.
Sting.
It was
Who was it?
something like that.
Mick Jagger? Was it Mick Jagger?
Yeah, Mick Jagger, Rene
Yeah,
Russo,
Mick Jagger.
Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, that's a big deal. Yeah, I remember. I saw it. I can't remember that movie though.
Yeah, I seen this before. It was let's see what the heck is it? Yeah, see, I can't remember what's that about. We received negative reviews, but I remember liking this
Well, we
movie.
should watch it so we can give some negative reviews too.
Hey, this movie done like I mean Free Jack did better than Johnny Mnemonic. Johnny Mnemonic was like 26 million budget, only made 19 at the box office.
Yeah, because it really wasn't that good.
No, yeah, it wasn't
It
that good.
really just not that good. It's one of it's probably got a cult following. I could see that. Well, so, I mean, if you're a Keanu Reeves fan, you're gonna like it. I mean,
I'm a
the only,
Keanu Reeves fan. It's
yeah,
okay,
it's
you know.
okay. I
It's
mean, it
okay.
sure does beat
Battlefield Earth.
yeah, well, it beats another movie he did with a four in it.
It's not full, but it's Resurrection, right? Matrix Resurrection. I can't remember
I
now.
don't. Who cares? Like they keep telling him, "Hey, Keanu." Keanu keeps getting on the shows. It's like, "Hey, man, I'm thinking about doing a number four to one of my most favorite movies." They're like, "You already did one." He goes, "Oh, I did." I don't know. I mean, I love Keanu Reeves because the first thing I ever saw him was Bill and Ted.
Yeah, me too. Bill and
So,
Ted.
and I think that's a whole generation saw that, and that's why a
Yeah.
lot of people are going to be like, "Yeah,
Whoa,
why
dude.
wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you like Keanu Reeves?" I mean, he's just a fun dude.
He's a great dude, actually.
So, I mean, and his stuff is pretty cool. Most of his stuff's pretty cool. I mean, Matrix 4, he wasn't there for it. I wasn't there for it. Nobody was really there for it.
What's it there for? I don't know.
I mean, the sad thing is we watched. I always wonder what happens if I was to rewatch Matrix 4 and go, "Oh, this is way better than Johnny Mnemonic."
Oh no.
I really don't think so. I mean, it had a higher. I mean, the quality of the Matrix is way better in this movie. Okay,
Oh yeah, of
number
course.
four, even the four, Matrix 4, more money because there's more money spent
Yeah,
and
more money
stuff
spent on yeah.
and stuff. But it
But
just
hey, you know
wasn't a
what?
better movie.
4 years after Johnny Mnemonic, Keanu Reeves is in the Matrix, 1999.
Yeah, the first Matrix.
That movie is still great today.
It's okay.
The
It's still got
Matrix. I
this.
mean, it holds up pretty good today still.
Oh yeah, the first Matrix does.
Yeah.
It's when you got to go watch the other two. It's like
No, just stick with the first one. That's it. The
yeah, because
Matrix.
if you watch the other ones, you're almost making wish that they never made the Matrix. I'm like, why did y'all do that?
this is what happens when people are trying to expand on a story. You know,
Yeah,
like
that they don't really that they don't even have a grasp of themselves.
maybe it's one of those things where the first movie did great, right? So Warner Brothers, or it doesn't matter Warner Brothers, the production company just kept throwing money at it,
Yeah,
like, hey,
what
do
was this?
this.
This was a TriStar movie.
Yes, was try
TriStar,
so
right?
stony.
Hey, what was Battlefield Earth? Who made that? Was that TriStar too?
Oh, I was gonna ask you. Oh, I forgot. I wrote that down last week. I don't think it was TriStar. Is TriStar Sony?
Yeah, TriStar is Sony.
Oh, okay. I can't
Yeah,
remember. I don't want to look it up now.
yeah, TriStar is Sony. I'm pretty sure this was TriStar. I mean,
That's
this is a Sony movie. I already know that for a fact, but I can't remember if it was TriStar or what.
hey. At least we get to watch this for free on Amazon Prime this week. So
Yeah,
far, because Battlefield Earth was free, available through Prime, and so was this. So we watched
yeah,
these,
yeah.
and I say next
There's
week
no.
let's watch something great. I don't want to watch something that sucks. Sucks. I say that, but then this movie
So
is okay.
I
I
mean,
would rather watch this rather than a whole bunch of. I would rather watch this than
yeah.
Batman and Robin. Actually,
I mean, I could see if you're like a real young, back
a
then in the
boy, yeah,
'90s, you'd be
like a
watching it,
nerdy
you'd probably
type
enjoy it.
guy would
Yeah,
probably
I
enjoy
can't.
this
Well,
back
probably
when they
not
were
now
14.
because
No,
there's so much stuff,
not
other
now,
stuff to compete
because
against it.
stuff is updated. If
But I
they
don't know.
remade this with a more realistic future, it would probably be more enjoyable.
I think the problem with us though, we're taking it way too serious, and we probably should
Hey, let's
not.
just say the remake of this is Elysium,
Okay,
right?
but
That one is way better.
that's for like people like us, because we gotta have a serious movie. That's the thing, though. Of this one, you're probably supposed to sit there and just enjoy it because it's. I mean, come on, they had a dolphin doing all the electronics, okay, and they had a preacher that was a
Yeah,
murderer with a big old deal. So I mean, the movie is made to be funny.
it is, right?
It
I'm so
wasn't. It
surprised that
wasn't.
Dolph
It
Lundgren said
wasn't.
yes to this.
It was because he thought this is just hilarious.
But you know what? Dolph Lundgren likes to have fun, though. Like,
That's what I'm saying. And plus, Dolph Lundgren's like a genius. He's like a scientist.
oh, he is a genius. Yes, I know that.
Yeah. So I mean, the guy probably thought, "Oh, this is just hilarious."
Oh, it is
You
fucking
know.
hilarious.
I mean, they're plugging things into people's heads stuff. He's probably thought this would be fun to do. I get a paycheck and I get to play around. I mean, come on, a whole lot of actors were in this. Plus, two music guys. You mean Rollins, and then you had
Rollins,
Ice-T.
Ice T.
So, I mean, come on, this was more for fun, and it wasn't a serious made movie. So I'm thinking, if you like movies
I'm
like
pretty
this,
sure that when they were making it, they didn't think they were gonna have fun. They know, oh, this is gonna be
oh,
epic.
I don't think they even thought this was going to be epic. I just thought they thought, oh, this is a cool story. Let's just make it this style. And I
Yeah.
think if you're fans of movies like this would be for you, and this would probably be on your cult list or something. And I think if you're a hardcore Keanu Reeves fan, this would be one of the top ones on your list of movies because he's done like love movies and
Yeah.
he's done action. He does a little bit, but if you're like in sci-fi, you might be more. If you like said, "Hey, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is excellent," then you're gonna go Johnny Mnemonic's pretty excellent too. Because I mean, come on, it's kind of in the same quality.
Didn't we do the
He just
fourth?
plays the serious character in this movie.
We
But
did Bill and Ted 3, right? Face the Music.
yes, we
Yeah, we
sure
did.
did.
And we never
And
said that was
that one was not very good.
that one was not very good, but it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't bad, but it didn't hold a candle to the first two at all. Either
Probably the
one of the
first
first two
one.
to
The
me.
second one, The Bogus Journey, eh.
I kind of like the Bogus Journey, but I'll tell you, I like the Bogus Journey better than I like the last one.
Oh yeah, of course I like The
The
Bogus Journey
Bogus
better
Journey
than the last one
wasn't
too.
that bad.
I just like the first
It
one the
was a
best.
little
Excellent
ridiculous.
Adventure.
The first one's usually the first one's always the best in a lot of movie series.
In a lot of movies. I was just trying to think of an example.
Because I think the problem with them, maybe this is the problem with a lot of movies, is you don't know what to expect with the first one.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
already
yeah.
got that. Wow, your expectations because you don't have any expectations, so it's going to be good. It's going to be topping. Now you want more. You want more, but the problem is once you get it, you're like, I really didn't need more. You know, I don't know where I was going with it. I actually had something in my head. It didn't come out right.
Well, then let me go over this then. This reminds me of like a little bit kind of like Total Recall. It's not like
Okay.
to hold data, right? But then they could put images in your head or like extract memories or delete stuff. This is kind of like the same
Yeah.
thing. When, fragments of your memory got deleted because your head had to be made space for other people's data that's encrypted that you don't know what it is. I find that
Yeah.
kind of like
Well,
bogus.
they put hardware in his head, so
Yeah, so that way you could have the
and they had
capacity
to
to
cut
hold
out. They had
this.
to cut out, but I don't even think long time memory's in the back of your head, is it?
I don't know where that is actually.
Well, it
Sorry.
sounds like he's jacking in here, but it almost looks like the stuff's in the back of his head.
Long time memory, yeah.
Yeah, but of course it's all well. I don't know because he should have had it done by Spider because Spider don't do stuff like that. All his stuff is clean.
Spider. Henry Rollins. Everybody just have one name: Johnny, Jane, J
Well,
Bone,
well,
Takahashi.
yeah, they never gave him another name, but I like it because he said, "Okay, so
Just
just
Johnny.
Johnny."
Just okay, just Johnny. Oh, I have no. It's just I don't know.
And what was the disease they had? NAS.
NAS, right? Was it NAS?
Yeah, I think it's NAS. Weird.
Yeah, NAS, created by NAS.
Of course, those guys had that giant junk collection in the bridge. I like it when they go in there. They have all the TVs.
Oh,
Remind me of Dark City.
yeah. Yes, that part with the dolphin, right? With
Yeah,
all this
yeah, all the
TVs.
television. Plus, the Dolphin also remind me. Did you ever see what was that TV show? Sequest. Did you ever see
I
Sequest?
have not.
Oh, the TV show Sequest.
Let me
It was
look that
good.
up
I
real
liked
quick.
it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first season. I think by the time the second season came out, they made some changes, and I don't. I guess I don't think it. I think they changed the time it came out, so I didn't get to see it. So eventually, it got
Oh,
canceled.
is it called Sequest DSV?
Yep, yep. It had a dolphin.
Huh.
They used it for navigation.
Roy Schneider. Why do I know this name?
Or
Oh, okay,
Snyder.
yeah. I'll just look at the actor.
Well, he wasn't hunting jaws in this movie.
Huh. Oh, produced by Steven Spielberg, executive producer. So still for producer for the
Yeah, it was a
TV
TV
show.
show. It was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it.
Huh.
I think by the second season, it wasn't so great.
So this is not underwater Star Trek.
It's underwater Star Trek.
That's what it is, right?
Yep, it's underwater
It's
Star Trek.
exactly kind of like what was that show that Ethan was into when he was a kid? Octonauts. It's
Oh, okay.
basically underwater Star Trek for little kids. That's why I was like, what the heck is this? It's underwater Star Trek. That's why it's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They go to different territory, they learn about their species, and then they sing a song, but I know Star Trek doesn't sing a song.
Well, yeah, I think they did have an episode in the newest Star Treks where they sing a song.
They do a report at the end, like, hey, these are our findings. Oh,
Ooh.
let's talk about one thing before we close. The
Okay.
AI in this movie. What did you think about that? The founder of Pharmacom, she's
Oh
the
yeah.
AI of this. This was really strange, right? It's like,
They just kind of downloaded her consciousness in the computer. And we talked about this too in another show. There was one where they put the consciousness of a person in, or did we not do that yet?
but they did that in Chappie.
Okay, yeah, they did that. Chappie was conscious. Of course, there was a Star Trek episode where a guy put his consciousness in a computer. And of course, there's a movie we haven't talked about yet, Transcendence,
Yeah, you
where they do
haven't
this
gone
too.
transcended.
So I think it's interesting.
I think so too. Even at this time, I think that's why I brought that up to download the consciousness into a computer in 1995. Just think about 2021. I
Yeah.
mean, to this day, I don't think we can do that yet. I have no idea.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think you will ever be able to truly do it. It may be, and plus, well, actually, there was another movie because Marion, you were talking about,
Oh, Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America Zola,
Yeah,
where
Solar.
he put his consciousness in the computer,
Yep.
which he put his on a computer that had like tape reels and all kinds of stuff
Yeah, so
on it.
it's
I'm
been
like,
the
wow.
60s or 70s when he did it.
I don't know if you could ever really put your consciousness because I mean,
I don't know
well,
how
I
that
mean, we'd
works.
have to figure out how consciousness works, to be honest with you. Because I mean, yeah, I think a computer's just, open and close it. It's just a series of switches really inside of a
Yeah.
machine. If and I mean, the computer actually asks 1,000 questions a second because you got to think. If it's this, I do this. If it's not this, I do this. And if you do this, you do that. That's how AI actually works. I mean, it's probably how we work too,
Yeah.
on a different level. If you get this reaction, this is your response. You get this reaction, this is your response. I mean, that's how AI works.
I like
It's
it.
just it's just tons of it.
I mean, like this. Well, getting to be the writing of this story, right? The bad guy Takahashi?
Yeah,
His daughter died from NAS.
yeah.
I mean, like at the end, I like, well, he's going to do the right thing to, let him
Yeah, but it
download
took a
to
long
save
time.
everybody. Like, I did like I guess the two Chinese guys or whatever the Asians in the beginning. Oh, it was Chinese guys. They're the one who want to release the cure,
Oh
but they
yeah,
didn't want to let anybody
the
know.
guys that stealed it, and they're
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, this is our first time. We're real jumpy."
yeah, because
And yeah, of
the
course, those other guys, they're Yakuza. Oh, they had to put a Yakuza in the
Yakuza.
story.
Yep.
See, they got to put all kinds of little characters in this. We got the low techs, which is the
Yeah.
trash people like in Demolition Man.
Ah, yes.
Then we got this pharmaceutical companies. And it reminds me of there was a game. There's a game. I don't know if this game's older than this or not, called Shadowrun, made
Ooh,
by FASA.
is it on
They made
Super
it.
Nintendo?
No, oh, well, here, let's put it. Okay,
That's a
yes.
lot of game.
Okay, we're gonna stop that right there
Okay.
because this is not where it started. Okay, FASA was a game. It was a role playing game.
Oh, I see.
Shadowrun was a
Shadowrun.
role playing game, and eventually they turned it because they made FASA made BattleTech, and they made
Yes.
Shadowrun, and they made one other game. But of course, they also did games for people. They did a Top Gun role playing game. They did Star Trek, the
Oh.
original role playing game, and then eventually the company went out of business. And of course, the only thing that's left. Oh, they did Crimson Skies too,
Oh, Crimson
which
Skies, really?
that made it to video. It was a board game. All these were role playing games or tabletop games, and
Yeah.
eventually they made it to video games. And of course, Shadowrun was on 360. I know.
Oh, it was. Hold on. I see
Yeah,
Shadowrun as a the board game thing, and then it was on Super Nintendo and obviously Sega
yeah.
Genesis, right?
It was and I had some of the books. And the thing is, this is almost exactly like it because you had
Oh,
these people called runners.
Shadowrun returns.
Shadow runners are people that run information. And see, the thing is, the whole world is now run by corporations, and the corporations are constantly fighting against each other. But the corporations also use magic too.
Oh.
So magic's a commodity, guns are a commodity, everything's all this stuff. They use all this stuff. I mean, I never really played the game. I always just thought the artwork for it was cool, and some of the rule books were neat.
Someone should make
So
Shadowrun into
they
the movie.
should, because this is basically this movie.
Yeah,
Because
it is basically this movie.
Keanu Reeves would have been one of the runners, the
Yeah.
shadow runners. He just didn't use no right. He didn't use magic.
Wow. Yeah, I remember the Shadowrun, the game. Hey, did you like the soundtrack of this movie?
I love the soundtrack, especially when the credits rolled. I was like, oh
Oh,
yeah,
the soundtrack was good.
there's
Yeah, at the
there's
when
so
the
much
credits
stuff.
roll.
Yeah, I forgot about all these
When the
groups.
credits roll, like the soundtrack was really good because
Yeah.
it's in that era where like a lot of music
It was
came
it was
from.
in the '90s when we used to listen to most of our stuff.
Yeah, the soundtrack was really good.
Yeah,
Sometimes the soundtrack mixed the movie, kind of like my favorite
yeah,
movie, Fight Club. I love that soundtrack, the whole thing,
yeah,
all of it.
yeah. I got the soundtrack to Fight Club.
Oh, it says Val Kilmer was originally cast in the title role, huh?
Really?
But he dropped out, so Keanu Reeves replaced him.
Well,
Hmm.
hey, sometimes Batman can't do it.
Sometimes Batman can't do it. Maybe they Keanu Reeves because they shot this in Canada. Hey,
Oh,
does the whole movie look like they shot it in a soundstage, like Tim Burton
yes,
style? Yeah, right.
yes.
And you like
Well,
that?
to a
Actually, I
point.
like that
No,
too.
I liked it too. That this one needed to be more open for me. This one looked
How do
too
you mean more
closed.
open?
More like real world, bigger world.
Oh, okay.
The world looked too small. I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah,
it
the
felt
shots were like,
claustrophobic.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the show they keep showing. Oh, we're in this big old city. We're in this big city, and we're even flying from this planet to this planet. Which the show funny thing it showed the Concorde jet landing. I was like, man, that thing's been retired for a long time. No way they was gonna use it in 2021.
Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure. What would you think? Well, I know the answer to this. Besides Matrix 4, what? Let me look at Keanu Reeves' movie list. What would you think out of the stuff that you've seen, right, is the worst Keanu Reeves movie?
I don't know. I haven't seen that many Keanu Reeves movies.
Did you like Dracula, even though his British accent
I
sucked?
love
I know you
Dracula.
like Dracula.
I
Did you
liked
like
it. I
his
mean,
accent in that movie, though?
I didn't care. I didn't
Oh,
care.
interesting.
Yeah, it actually didn't bother me. Yeah, that's funny thing. It didn't bother me. Now, the funny thing is,
What?
now that you say that, I didn't even realize anything about the accent. It just him talking. Nobody's accent bothered me in that movie because you got to think it had Winona Ryder in it too. I was like, yeah,
Oh, hold
I
on.
don't
I'm
care how she
pulling up
talks.
top 10
I'm watching.
Keanu Reeves movies of all time.
I
Let's
know for
see.
sure I haven't seen a lot. I haven't seen. I'm not like a
Oh,
hardcore Keanu
oh,
Reeves.
I'm not either. But like, it seems like we've seen a lot of his stuff, though. You
I've
know.
seen a lot of his stuff, but I
Number
haven't seen that
10
much,
is The Day the Earth Stood Still. We haven't seen that.
and I haven't seen that.
And number 9,
I forgot.
Replicas. What the
Oh,
hell?
I
This
saw
is.
part of that. I saw part of the day the Earth stayed still.
Oh, you did. Number 9 is
Yeah,
Replicas. I haven't never
never saw
seen
that.
that. Okay, feeling Minnesota.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen that either. Generation
Nope.
Siberia.
I didn't see Siberia.
I mean either. Chain Reaction. Oh,
I didn't see your chain reaction. I haven't hardly seen anything.
that was in '96. Cody told
Did
me
you see
about
that?
this movie.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I was working at the theater at the time and I never got time to see this. It has Morgan Freeman in it, Rachel
Oh,
Rice, Brian Cox. Another terrible '90s movies. Sweet November, but that's a Sweet November
oh,
is like a romantic.
I didn't see that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
I
see
didn't
it.
see
I
it
thought
either.
it was called. I thought that was Walking the
The
Clouds. I
Lake
didn't know.
House.
Oh, I didn't see
Well,
the
he's
Lake
in a
House.
lot. Like yeah, Lake House.
He's in a lot of stuff.
The Watcher.
The
Never heard of this
Watcher.
either.
I don't think I saw the Watcher.
Exposed.
I didn't
These are
see
the top
Exposed.
10 worst. How many people? Hold on, let me see when this article came out.
Was
Oh,
Exposed suck?
it says 2023. They didn't put
Oh, okay.
Matrix 4 in this.
Well, they may have liked it. I mean,
uh,
watch it be weird where me and you're the only ones that don't like Matrix.
I hope not. Oh, best and worst movies. The best is Speed. I do like Speed. That was a good
Oh
movie.
yeah, I forgot about Speed.
The Matrix is number 2. Yes, I would probably put The Matrix over Speed. The best Keanu Reeves movie.
I would put Matrix over Speed. I actually
Yeah.
would put a lot of these over Speed.
Oh, John Wick.
You, the
Which
only
one
reason
is
you like
John
Speed
Wick
is-
or The Matrix? Oh, the only reason I like Speed is Sandra Bullock. Yes, but I would
I'm
still
gonna put
put.
I'm gonna put
The Matrix
Matrix
better.
over. I'm gonna put Matrix only because I like the sci-fi element.
Oh no, I'm agreeing with you. I put Matrix over Speed
Oh,
too.
no, but I mean I said I would put a lot of other movies
Oh, I
over.
would too. Like John Wick, I would put John Wick over Speed. But I'm just saying, Speed is still a very good movie.
Oh
from
yeah,
Keanu
Speed is
Reeves,
very
yeah.
good. Yeah, Speed's
Oh,
the
Point
second Speed's
Break.
when they
The Point Break is number 4. I need to finish watching that. Oh,
yeah.
John Wick Chapter 2 is number 5. Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure, number 6.
That was a good one.
River's Edge.
Never saw
Oh,
it.
that's old. That's old. Parenthood, number 8. Freaked. Oh, that's 93. My Own Private Idaho. Oh, it's director Gus Van Sant.
Yeah.
Bram
So
Bram
basic,
Stoker's Dracula.
yeah, Brown Sugar.
Nice.
So let me put it this way: if it's sci-fi or horror, I've seen it. If it's anything else, I haven't seen it.
The Devil's Advocate. Oh,
Oh, I didn't see The Devil's Advocate.
I haven't. That's El Pacino. I think I seen it. I can't
I
remember.
wanted to see that.
A Scanner Darkly. Oh, that is a good movie.
Yeah, I think you told me to watch it, and I never got
Yeah,
around to
it's
it.
the first time I seen a movie that's like that animation style. Because he got Iron Man in it, he got Woody Harrelson, and some kind of Mexican guy. I can't remember now. He might not be Mexican. I'm just making that up.
No, he is now.
Yeah. Constant Dangerous Liaisons.
I didn't see that one.
Much Ado About Nothing. Oh, I watched this in high school.
No, didn't see that. If
Oh,
I
here
did,
we
I
go.
don't remember that.
The worst. Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. I never.
So
heard
they didn't
that.
put Constantine on there.
No, they didn't put Constantine on here. I would have
Right,
put
so-
Constantine on there.
I'll put Constantine on there.
Let's see. John and Mnemonic is number 2 on the worst list.
Wow.
On this worst list. The first one is a movie I never heard of. Even Cowgirls Get
Oh, I
the
have.
Blues.
I have.
Oh, you
I
have?
have. But I
Number
never
2 is
seen it.
John and Mnemonic. Oh, the third one is Matrix Revolutions.
Wow.
That's the third one.
I would actually
Oh.
say I'd put Revolutions on there.
The fourth one is The Day the Earth Stood Still. We should watch that.
Yeah,
since
I
it's
watched
sci-fi.
part of it. It didn't look that great.
Okay.
I watch it. I mean, I watch it. I didn't see the whole movie, but it was kind of.
The Lake House is at number 5.
What is the Lake House?
It's him and Sandra Bullock.
Oh, okay, I don't want to see that.
It's only funny. It's funny because there's only 5 of worst
Oh.
movies, but there's 12 good ones.
Yeah,
Those
so
were
he's
pretty
made
good.
more 12 movies.
I mean, I haven't seen Much Ado About Nothing for a long time, but I would definitely put John Constantine above in this list. Like my favorite Keanu Reeves
Yeah,
movies, you know?
yeah. Well, I mean, all the lists are open to
Yeah, interpretation for anybody, you know?
yeah, because different tastes is going to put different movies in different spots.
Yeah, that's why it's sometimes hard to judge like the tomato score, Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Because like, what if
Yeah.
you have a whole bunch of people who don't like sci-fi in that audience?
Yeah,
They're
you're
like,
right.
oh,
Because I mean the whole point of the tomatoes is the reach is the for a large group to vote. But let's say you don't have a lot of sci-fi people not on there voting,
yeah.
then your sci-fi movies aren't going to get very good
Like,
ratings.
what if like, no, what if a whole bunch of girls reviewed the first Star Trek movie? The Rotten Tomato scores might be low, but Chris Pine is in it.
Well, let me put it this way: what if a lot of Star Trek fans review that movie? Oh yeah, it's going to bomb.
I don't know. It's so 50-50 on Star Trek. Because some people
Well,
loved it. Some people that like Star
let
Trek
me put
loved
it: a
the
lot of people that are
reboot, right?
hardcore Star Trek fans didn't like it. Most people that were new to Star Trek loved it.
No, I'm not talking about new to Star Trek.
I'm talking about a lot of Star Trek fans didn't like it. I liked it; it was okay, but it wasn't the best.
Well, we talked about this. Right? I can't remember. That's not a reboot. It's a continuation, isn't it?
It's they kept calling it a reboot. It's not a reboot.
It's not a reboot. It's continuation.
It's a kind of continuation, but it was a reboot too.
Oh,
The
that's so hard to
continuation
judge.
is how the continuation is how that story exists in the Star Trek universe,
Okay.
but it's a reboot. But it's a bad reboot too, because I mean they like, oh, from this point on, this is where the Kelvin universe starts. But I'm like, from that point on, a lot of stuff is still wrong according to the Star Trek universe by time wise.
You know what? We're gonna save that discussion when we talk about Star Trek eventually, maybe 2025. I don't know.
Yeah, because they try to explain it away, but I'm like, y'all did explain it away, right?
All right. You know what?
Because I'm like, Kirk's dad was never on a starship.
Hey, whatever. You say never. Like you can't say never because what if the original writer wrote that too? Like eventually, you don't know. You can't say that. It's
What
one
do
of
you
those
mean?
things that you can't say. Like you said, Kurt's dad was never on a spaceship,
His
right?
his dad wasn't a first officer of the Kelvin.
You don't know. It's a whole many different universe. We can't say that now. You can't
No,
correct me right now. No, I can't.
you're
I'm gonna cut it off right there. I'm
cut
gonna
it
shut you
off.
down, Shay. Good night, everybody. We'll see you on the
Yeah.
next one. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.